365, we making a place. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
And what is going on, everybody? It is Thursday night, and we are here for real talk. I got my man Dev with me. Dev, what's going on, man?
What's happening with you, Ray?
Oh, man, I'm just in here chilling, ready to get into some of this stuff we got going on. Bron's getting paid, Watson's getting punished, just a whole lot of moving parts. So I do want to start with Bron getting paid.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm disagreeing with everything you say. Since it's just me and you, I am disagreeing with everything you say. I don't care if you're right or not. No, I'm playing. Okay.
I'm playing. But given what's everything that's going on, how do you feel about LeBron signing for $97 million for the next 2 years?
Man, it's just good to be LeBron, ain't it, man? Just keep on checking off bucket list after bucket list, man. He just every time you hear about Bron, he just get paid. This doesn't matter what it is, man. Whether he reached the Billy, now he reached the 2-year extension with the Lakers, which is I think is a good move. Keep us the star, keep us a little relevant with LB there. And then keep us that pair with AD also. So I think it's a good move. I think he only buying time to figure out what his son going to do.
No, I definitely think that's a big part of it, and I think ideally you would want to play with your son. I think the problem with that is, how long would it take him to get there? And would the Lakers even be willing to make that selection? Potentially if it's their first round pick. And actually, we can't even say that because they don't have no first round picks.
I was going to say, we don't have no first round pick.
Until 2027. So we're in 22. So yeah, he'll be long gone probably in 5 years. If he gonna make it, he would have made it by then. So unless y'all make some trades, y'all to get some draft picks, y'all might be in a tough spot.
I don't see that happening. I think right now the Lakers is trying to win now. The next couple of years, while they still got AD and LeBron on contract, so they're not looking to buy no time for Bronny to get there. Even they try to make him a selection.
So that leads me to another question. With the Lakers, you said you think they're in win now mode. What have they done to say they're in win now mode? They're basically running it back with the same team.
Well, we really ain't got no money. So I don't know. Every time they make a deal, I'm looking like, dang, where they get that money from? So I don't think they got the money to go out and free agent and sign some key players, because it's still some more key players out there in the free agent, but I don't think they is willing to take that league minimum deal. Doesn't matter if they compete for a championship or not. They must feel like they still can get that nice payday. I ain't gonna say the big payday, but a nice payday.
So I completely understand, getting a payday. But I guess I do have to question, if I'm LeBron, what's the motivation? If the motivation is to go get a title or to win another ring, I just don't understand why you signed this extension. Now, maybe he thinks, and I think it gives him like 3 more years in his deal, potentially, that they'll be able to get Russ off the books and bring in some other vets to go with AD. But I just don't, outside of trading for Kyrie, which apparently he's still trying to do, I guess get your money, but how also are you putting your team in the best position to win?
Yeah, I don't see where he's doing that at, honestly. Like I said, I just think he feel like he's still a prime player, which kind of sort of still is, that he can carry a team still with the help of AD. Like I said, I don't get the mindset because, like I said, the players that we signed, they are decent players, but it wasn't like oh yeah, that's a game changer move right there. And like I said, I don't see the clear move other than that was just LeBron. So I guess you can say selfish way of him staying put just to see where his son going to do.
No, and I can understand that, and he has the flexibility to opt out should that time get here. So I can clearly see that this move, is a right now move. I don't really feel like moving while my son is in high school, trying to figure out where he's gonna go to college, and Bryce is still there. I'm gonna, I'll be here, but then I'll have the flexibility that if he come out and he get drafted somewhere, then I go. But I just don't know if committing to this team as a win now move. I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't see it either. I most definitely don't see what was the. Like I said, I get the extension, but I don't see what was the clear cut plan for this.
Yeah. So that as far as the plan, we've talked kind of about the Lakers. Carmelo Anthony is still a free agent at this moment. And the question is starting to become, I know everybody's waiting on the Kevin Durant kind of domino to fall. KD, Kyrie, and we'll get to Donovan Mitchell in a moment. But outside of that, it's a lot of people that aren't signed. If you're Carmelo, do you think we see Carmelo play on the NBA court again?
Yeah, I honestly do. I seen that some reports that Denver is kind of open up to bringing Melo back to play down there again. So hopefully that would be a good logic move. Either he can go Denver, Boston, maybe he can come back to LA depending on the financial thing for us. But I can see most definitely Denver will be a good landing spot. Even Boston would be a good landing spot. But I can see Denver would be a most definitely good landing spot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense if he ended up going out with the Nuggets. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think there's a great story in that. John said Melo to the Hawks. I don't know if I like the fit with what they're doing down there right now with the two young point guards that are going to want to get up and down. Trae Young is already a defensive liability. Melo ain't really known for his defense, so I don't know if I love that. Damian, I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree on that. But do you want to speak on Melo and the Hawks?
That's not a good move because I don't see which direction the Hawks is really going right now. And other than the move with Dejounte Murray, I gotta see throughout the season because the Hawks took a nice step down last season, coming from the year before they had. So I gotta see their plan before I can say Melo can fit down there. But as of right now, I don't see that's a good fit for Melo.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely get a chance, to kind of see more out of him, and hopefully next year. Mike is a fan of the Murray and Trae. I've said it. I'm a big Murray fan, been a Murray fan. I think he is well on his way to being the man in Atlanta. I think all this stuff he's doing over the summer is building up his kind of cachet, his demeanor, the way he play. That's Atlanta. So I think Ice Trae better get his sponsorship deals while he can. I think he was State Farm. Keep cashing them checks because D Murray in the house. Watch your mouth.
You don't think they will play good together? Like they will be a good complementary duo?
Yeah, no, I do. I'm just
so why
saying.
Why you trying to send Trey Packing then, man? Hey, Ray, I don't like your method.
I'm not trying to send Trey Packing. I'm just saying Trey's status as the man in the city is in jeopardy, and I think he gonna lose it, and he gonna have to figure it out. Mike said 110% got to stop being so petty. Them Drew League dudes. Yeah, he be mad, disrespectful out there. He do.
That's street ball.
But I think that's branding. That when you're in San Antonio, don't nobody really know who you are. He went from San Antonio to Atlanta. Like, that's a big cultural difference. That's a big endorsement, sponsorship opportunity. He got to play the part. Or that's who he's always been, but he couldn't be that in San Antonio. So now he's free to be him.
Oh yeah, most definitely, because you gotta think under Pop system is, you playing under a system. You ain't playing that freestyle type game, which down in Atlanta, no disrespect to Atlanta coaching style, but they let Trey be a freestyle at times. He just come down, call his own number, and do his own thing, and I think that's gonna fit in Murray, his game more better, especially if he can do what he's doing in the Drew League.
Yeah, so it definitely remains to be seen of how they are going to fit and play together. But I am hoping for the best. I like both of them. I like Murray better, but I think they should play well. It's just going to take some time to gel, figure out who's who at different times. So no,
you still got Collins down there also too. So that can be a nice trio down there.
Yeah, for sure.
Atlanta got a good young team, period. They just underachieved last year.
They did, but I think that has a lot to do with their leader and not getting it done. So
I just think being triple and double and triple team almost every possession kind of, puts a wear on you a little bit. Now that Murray down there, it's going to open them up a little bit. He ain't got to worry about that triple and double team a lot.
Absolutely. We definitely agree on that. So that does bring us to really the last big trade domino is Donovan Mitchell. And we're waiting to kind of hear more about it. We saw obviously what the Jazz got for Rudy. So that has to be in the back of their mind. But I also think other executives are like, Minnesota was dumb. Y'all not going to get that from us. So it's going to be kind of a back and forth of who's going to give in, who's going to bend.
Just had to call them dumb.
Who else shoot at?
Minnesota. You said they was dumb.
Oh yeah.
You ain't say you could have said they was kind of crazy. You just went straight. This was dumb.
That was dumb. That was real dumb.
I ain't giving up. I'm not giving that up. No Rudy. Rudy ain't no dominant. Rudy's not even the top 10 center in the league for me. So I wouldn't have gave him up.
I don't know if I go that far. I mean, I'm not a fan, but
I ain't a fan.
Hey, you know who he better than though? You know who he better than?
just for the people who probably don't know, let them know who he's better than.
DeAndre overpaid Max Ayton. He better than
Kenny. I wish you was here. Kenny, I hope you're watching. Take notes. You heard this man just said that Rudy is better than DeAndre Ayton. Rudy.
You heard it here first.
Rudy, who doesn't play offense.
He'll get you 12.
He's better than Ayton. This guy ain't got no offensive game. He ain't got no back to the basket. He ain't got no hooks. He ain't nothing. He ain't got nothing. And he's better than Ayton.
You do know Rudy Gobert was all NBA, right?
In defense,
you know who wasn't all NBA? Yeah, exactly.
But some of this stuff is biased. Like Rudy though.
Oh, Rudy. Now it's biased.
Rudy. Rudy. You know what? Go ahead.
You do remember Rudy got the whole NBA
claim while I look up Rudy. I need to look up Rudy's stats. I need to see Rudy Gobert's stats because
look at them crazy numbers.
Oh my goodness, man.
You think Rudy Gobert, who ruined the NBA, they about to do him some favors? Maybe LeBron would.
I'm surprised Rudy even still on the team. Honestly.
Nah, you can't do that. He's good at what he do.
What he do?
He's good at what he do, and
he plays defense. All right, I give him that. I give him that. He plays defense.
We ain't feel that way about Ben Wallace back in the day. We ain't killed Ben Wallace for his.
He wasn't my favorite player either. He wasn't my favorite player.
He's a Hall of Famer. Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer for playing one side of the ball.
So who would you pick? Rudy or Ben?
So I'm gonna take Ben. But Rudy can play some defense now. He ain't putting all these numbers up year in and year out for no reason. And I know you're looking at the stats.
Yes, Rudy played 32 minutes. He played 32 minutes last year. Rudy he played 66 games. His 3-point percentage means he doesn't attempt 3 points.
Yeah,
his field goal percentage. His field goal percentage is not bad. He shot 71%. He shot 71% last year.
That's amazing. That might be a record.
His free throws, he's a 69.
He's not a good free throw shooter now.
Defensive rebounds, he got 11. He averaged 4 offensive rebounds. He averaged 2.1 blocks, 1.1 assists, no steal, or half a steal. I don't know how you get that.
Yeah.
He's turnover prone, though. He is turnover prone. 1.8 turnovers a game. And he averaged 15.6 points a game.
And a lot of that, this offensive fouls and stuff like that. So he be a lot of control. But you tell me, go look at your boy. Go look at your boy.
Go look at my man real quick. Keep going, though. Keep going. Go look at my man real quick.
And you just kind of let that simmer. Ben Simmons.
I ain't let nothing simmer.
I don't know if you're talking about as a shooter or as a player. I'm taking Ben. I still think Ben is electric. He just got to get his head together. But Ben's a dog.
He got his head together now.
So we says who? So we hope.
You ain't see Ben Wallace lately?
No, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons. I was talking about Damian's question.
All right. Aiden.
Right. That's about all John Aiden.
Here we go. Aiden. He was a 63% field goal percentage. His free throw was a 74%. All right, Rudy got him on the rebound. Yeah, he crushed him. I need one. He crushed him. The 8 let me down on the rebound. Points. Aiden got him in points. 17.2 points a game. So I'm right with DeAndre Ayton. I think he's a better.
What about them blocks? You ain't talking about them blocks in that defense.
All right. My bad. 0.7 blocks, 0.7 steals. They both turnover prone. Golly. 1.6 turnovers a game.
That's what I'm saying. Rudy's a better player.
DeAndre Ayton has better numbers. As far as field goal percentage, free throw percentage.
No, he doesn't.
DeAndre has better. No,
he doesn't. DeAndre Ayton is 6. Rudy Gobert was at 71.
Oh.
What did you mean?
My bad.
And he's 65 for his career. Ayton ain't even 60 for his career.
All right. He had a longer career though than Ayton, so that.
And that works against him because when Rudy first got drafted, he wasn't playing like that. His first year, he only played 9 minutes a game.
I'm still taking Ayton. I'm taking Ayton over Rudy.
So he was averaging 2.3 points that year. So that hurts his average. Wasn't doing nothing. He was in garbage time, but he got better. He fought hard.
He only got better on the defense end on mine. But anywho, you can go ahead and ride Rudy. You can take Rudy. I'm taking DeAndre Ayton. I'm taking DeAndre. I'm being different. Because like I said, on Christmas Day, I still got it right here. Still got
what is it? What did it say?
You betting on DeAndre Ayton. Ayton only having 9 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 27 minutes versus the Nuggets. And Jokic is going to have a triple-double, 40, 14, and 10 on Christmas Day versus DeAndre. Huh?
You said I bet? What did I bet?
You can't talk. If DeAndre Ayton scored more than 10 points,
I can't.
You cannot slander that man no more. Oh yeah.
All right, let's see what he do.
Let's go Ayton. So I'm gonna have to get it. I'm about to DM him real quick. Let him know, like, look, man, everybody's against you. You need to step it up. Most definitely on Christmas Day. I don't care about any other game. I only care about Christmas Day.
All right, we're gonna see, and we're gonna see.
Right. You're gonna see.
All right. So back to the Lakers real quick. They made news that they are going to retire Pau Gasol's jersey. As most of you know, he won 2 rings with the late great Kobe Bryant, and he's done a lot of things internationally. He's been a good player in this league, but this is LA. They got big men like Shaq, Wilt, Kareem, Mikan. Does Pau Gasol really deserve to have his number retired by the Lakers? Talk to him, Dev. Don't let me down.
Hell yeah, he should have his number retired. What? Yes. Oh, now, what other team? What would you think his number should be retired in Minnesota, San Antonio, Chicago?
That's the problem. He didn't bounce around.
He ain't win. He didn't win. He didn't win there. He was one of the best international big men during that time. Right at the dirt. He was one of the best international big men. He won 2 rings where Dwight Howard couldn't come. When he was the best in the league during that time, and he couldn't come in LA and win with the late great Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? So yes, Pau Gasol. He was most definitely the Robin to Kobe during those couple of Lakers run. He came up with some good key clutches and some good key games against Boston. Most definitely in Game 6, our rematch against Boston. He most definitely showed up because everybody kept calling him Pau Gasol, and he ain't good. Kevin Garnett is gonna dog him. Kevin Garnett is way better. Kevin Garnett talent is better than everything. Everybody was just downing Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol most definitely showed up that year, and he got 2 rings out the deal. If I'm not mistaken, he got it back to back. So, most definitely, he most definitely played a key part in that Lakers title run. Because I'm not gonna say without Pau Gasol, I don't think Kobe would have got those rings. But him being a good sidekick during that time, playing his role, he deserved it. Go ahead, come on, Mr. Different. Let me go ahead do that right now because you is most definitely get ready to say no. And tell me why you're about to say no.
Pau helped Kobe. Yes, he did. Pau was a great friend to Kobe. Yes, he was. That's it.
Dang.
He got a couple all-stars. He might got like one or two all NBAs or something. But like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? In 7 years with the Lakers, it ain't like he had historic numbers. He was averaging 17.7, like 10. That's not Hall of Fame. That's not retire your number. That ain't Shaq.
Hall of Fame. He ain't stay Hall of Fame now.
Lakers should not be retiring numbers of players that ain't in the Hall of Fame. These are the Lakers.
But ain't that the kind of reason that you might have contributed for the organization, but you might not have contributed to the whole game? He contribute to the Lakers organization. You know what I mean? He might not
contribute. I'm saying he shouldn't be up there with Kobe. He shouldn't be up there with Shaq. He shouldn't be up there with Kareem and Jerry West. Pau Gasol? John, I see all them stats. He ain't get all them with the Lakers.
I'm reading his 7 years with the Lakers, 7 seasons with the Lakers.
He had better numbers with Memphis.
He was the 52% field goal percentage. I don't know. I'm reading. Yeah, he was 52. He wasn't really shooting threes. His free throws was a 78. He averaged 10 rebounds. He averaged 9.9 defensive rebounds. 7.0 rebounds and 2.9 offensive rebounds. He averaged 3.5 assists. He averaged 17.7 assists with the points with the Lakers.
His jersey has no business being retired. Absolutely no business. Now I was saying he has absolutely no business with his jersey being retired. I get it. It's a sentimental thing to do, but he ain't earned that. He played just as long in Memphis and had better numbers. If anybody should be retiring his jersey, it should be Memphis. Who I'm pretty sure did they draft him?
Yeah, Memphis drafted him.
That's where his number should be retired.
Yeah, he averaged 20. He didn't win nothing. I don't think he won nothing.
That don't matter about.
He averaged 18.8 points in Memphis. He averaged 1.8 blocks. His assist was 3.1. He was down in that. His rebounds was better in LA. His free throws was better than LA. His field goal percentage.
Don't nobody care about
how was better in LA. Only thing that was better in Memphis was his points points per game. That was the only thing that was better in Memphis.
And he was he's probably about the same role as with the Lakers. But
because I can't remember what team was down there during that Paul Gasol time. Because I know that was after. That was before the Z-Bo era down there, right? Zach Randolph wasn't down there yet.
Not that early. No.
Yeah, I think that might have been like a year or two too early. Mike Conley. I don't think Mike Conley was there. I can't even remember who was on that team.
It's all right. They ain't win nothing, so we don't really care that much. But I'm just and John, it was about the same. It was about the same amount of numbers in Chicago. So I am just shocked at you for saying this. I just knew as a Laker apologist, you would have a backbone to say, heck nah, he ain't supposed to be retired without greats. He's just not. If that's the case, you might as well retire Metta World Peace. He hit the shot. I mean, what is we doing? Andrew Bynum gonna get his number retired too?
Nah. And Bynum, he got a thing. He only played one ring because their first ring, I don't think he played.
Did he get a ring? Oh, yeah, so we got James Worthy, Shaq, Kareem, Magic, Gale, Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, and you gonna add Pau Gasol to them now?
You make it seem like that was Kwame Brown out there, man.
In relation to them names, he might as well be. And I like Pau. Don't get it twisted. I like Pau.
Nah, it don't sound like it. It damn sure don't sound like it, boy.
This is too much.
It's too much, man. You made it seem like we retired Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, Robert Horry. You know what I mean?
If you're gonna retire Pau Gasol, you should retire Derek Fisher. I'm glad you said that. Derek Fisher was as integral as Pau at many times. And I don't even like Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher only had
that shot he hit.
Which one?
Shot he hit.
With the San Antonio?
Derek Fisher used to hit some big shots.
Yeah, but Derek Fisher also used to get his spot taken too.
Damien, I don't know. You mentioned that before. I don't understand how he helped him get it. He got out the way.
Happened?
I could have helped Kobe get 81 that night.
We all could have helped Kobe get 81. You got to do is passing the ball. He was hot that night. That was his night. I don't even think nobody could have played that better. Get your
butt out the way and give that man the ball. That was the game plan.
That was the game plan. That's when he had 70 by third quarter.
Yeah. Getting buckets. But now we must turn our attention.
Uh-oh.
Dum dum dum. We talked about it last episode, and these youth football leagues and these players and stuff getting out of control. And now we got video. I'm not going to play the video. If you haven't seen it, a Google or Twitter search will probably find it pretty quickly. This ain't good. I don't understand how a grown individual can be so undisciplined and lack so much self-control that you pull out a gun today on a football field full of 9-year-olds and shoot the head coach whose son plays on the team. It's disgusting. And it's disturbing. And in this great country, now we got to watch a trial. And we got to watch people lie and maneuver and manipulate when a young boy watched his father get murdered over a football game for 9-year-olds. Thoughts and prayers to the family, but this just sickens me. Just sickens me. That's all I got.
I really don't want to comment about it. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's just pathetic. Like I told y'all before, man, that parents is about not to be able to come to some of these games, man. Like 9-year-old game, dog. You ain't gotta. Hey, you're not even sports betting in that game, so I don't see what's the whole animosity, man. it's just a game, and people need to stop and realize that it's just a kid's game. Doesn't matter how old you are or anything in that nature. It's a kid's game. We've been playing this game since we were kids. You know what I mean? And it's just stupid. It's just sad that somebody had to lose their life over something that they love. You know what I mean? Something that they enjoy doing, coaching kids, giving kids an avenue to show their talent and their greatness. And soon as the coach don't use your kid the way that you want your kid to be used, then it's a problem. And it sucks, man. Like I said, I don't want to keep talking about it. It's just pathetic.
And some other bum news, Mr. I think his name is Johnson for the Seattle Seahawks just muffed a punt with 20 seconds left in the half, and the Bears recovered for a touchdown. It is now 17-0 Chicago Bears because of this bum. I think it's safe to say his football dreams are probably over.
Oh! It ain't over for the team? Is it over?
That player, he's done. Pink slip.
That's what I'm saying. Like he don't think well, I ain't even gonna hold it. The way they cutting roster down, they cut it down so fast just to make one wrong mistake. Yeah, you over it. Can't fight that one.
He better return the punt for a touchdown in this game. Well, you're gonna spend a lot of the family time, unlike Tom Brady.
Boy, I swear, boy, you just relentless, man. Golly.
Speaking of relentless, we finally have resolution to the Deshaun Watson saga. The league and Watson have agreed to 11 games, a $5 million fine, and counseling. Your thoughts?
Glad it's over, number one. I got taught of this back and forth. Secondly, it sucks that I'm not understanding if the previous years was 6 games, why change it now? Third, now it's about the Browns changing up their plan, because what if the Browns is having a terrible season? No chance of making the playoffs around that time that Deshaun Watson comes back. Do you put him in now, or do you let him sit out another year? So it's just glad it's over, but it sucks for him, because I'm pretty sure that he was looking to make his way back. You know what I mean? And like you had stated a couple episodes ago, that he already took a whole year off. Whether it was him saying that he wasn't trying to play for Houston no more, or whether Houston was trying to give him a punishment also in their own little way, whatever the reason he took that year off, and now you pretty much give him another year. I guess Sean Watson just can't win, and it sounds like he's not going to appeal. He's just going to accept it and just walk away with it. But I want to know what the $5 million fine for. You know what I mean? If he had to pay for these civil cases and stuff like that, like, why the NFL is asking for more money? That's the part I most definitely don't understand. It's like, how are y'all going to ask more money out this guy where this guy is only getting $1 million from the Browns this year? So it sucks for him.
I won't go on a long spiel like I really want, and maybe I have before, but I said it before. I think this is disgusting. Like, what is the point of a legal system? Like, this is what he got, and they wouldn't even take it to trial. They didn't think they had enough evidence. So what would have happened if this goes to trial and maybe he's found guilty of something? The new standard for not guilty is 11 games and a $5 million fine. So is this for all sexual assault? So what happens when someone's actually found guilty of sexual assault?
You can't go less than 11.
You can't go less than 11.
You have to be. You have to have the Josh Gordon effect. You have to be out the league indefinitely. You have to be, because if you can put him out the league indefinitely for banned substance or illegal substance, and now you talking about domestic violence is less than those two, and is less than Calvin Ridley gambling suspension. Oh, like I said, NFL. I don't know which way the NFL and what they think about, but I'm stupid.
I mean, to me, this is indicative of the NFL. It's extremely short-sighted, and I said this before. I didn't think the NFL would appeal because it's one thing when it's Tom Brady. It's whole different when it's Ezekiel Elliott and you're Jerry Jones. These other owners have to know, and I'm sorry to break it to you, there will be more domestic violence and sexual assault by NFL players going forward. It's a pretty safe bet. And so now what's the standard going forward?
How much you want to bet them, Ray?
Like, I'll bet everything I got. I watched Miles Bridges do it the night before he was set to make $100 million. Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm waiting for. The next sexual assault allegation, not even found guilty. These were all settled allegations. So the next time somebody has a sexual assault allegation and they settle, what are we doing? It is now open season on NFL players. It's open season.
So what was the whole point of hiring the outside help then? If you was going to make your own ruling, if you was, because I felt like the NFL was automatically going to give him the 11 games, you know what I mean, or at least a year suspension. That's why I felt like the NFL was going to do to him anyway. So what was the reason of hiring the outside consultant?
They thought the same thing that just happened. And real quick, John, Kamara, his trial won't be till next year. So they said he'll probably play all year. Right. But with this situation, I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I'm actually, and what distracted me was they were showing like the Watson clips here at halftime. But I just don't understand what they do going forward. I think that's, for me, the biggest takeaway is the next time it's a sexual assault allegation and you settle, what do you do? And now the Browns season is ruined. You brought in the third party. Oh, that's where we were. The third party. My expectation is they thought the third party would do what this judge did, which was basically they start leaking suggestions through the media, and he was going to go with that. They thought she was going to give him the year. But when she found out it was 6 games, they're like, oh, this is a terrible PR hit. We got to do something. But it's because their track record is so terrible, everything is a course correction.
Right.
And you can't be, I get it, and I say this with 100% respect for women and people. People going to watch the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they would have, if they would not have suspended Watson, there would have been protests. But I promise you, people would have still been watching the game on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing? You are allowing outside influence to dictate your response, which I understand to a certain extent, but he wasn't found guilty of anything. Don't compare him to Ray Rice. We have a video. We have everything we need. Don't compare him to other people where there's video or proof of guilt. compare him to everybody else. And if I'm an NFL athlete right now, I am terrified.
If you ain't in a relationship, boy, you better leave them girls alone, because as soon as they scream something, it might you might get a year, or your career you might be over with.
Your career literally could be over.
Nah, because just to sit here and think now, if this happened to Deshaun, now let's talk about a player that's not even big like Deshaun. Let's just talk about a third string quarterback. You know what I mean? Who's not really making that much money, who's barely on the team, and anything in that nature. That's going to destroy his career. There's no coming back for this guy. You know what I mean? So NFL need to figure it out. And if you're gonna go with the outside help, that means the NFL should not be involved in these decisions no more. Then it should be distributed to the outside help. Don't try to leak or try to lean or persuade that outside help with what you wanted, because if that's what you wanted, you should have been did this years ago.
I agree with you on that 100%. Yeah, we know OJ, but that's the difference. So if Watson gets caught in the situation again, I got nothing for him. Oh, don't go in no massage parlor. Don't figure it out. Don't do this again.
You better not have nothing pop up. No, it's for the whole world. He better not have nothing else pop, because now he's under the microscope now. They're gonna wait. They're gonna wait until the off season come. They're gonna figure out what he's gonna be doing if he's not in the Browns facility and stuff like that. Because you gotta sit here and think now. He done took a year. He about to take another year off. And as soon as if you try to think about throwing him to the Wolves and after that 11-game suspension, don't you think his body gonna need a massage and stuff after that? Trying to throw him back into the game after almost 2 years of not playing. 100%. So he most definitely underneath the microscope of whatever he encounters with a female, whether he going to the BET Awards, to the red carpet, or anything in that nature. That better be his wife or anything. It just better be his wife.
Yeah, agreed. If it's me, John, I'm riding it out with Brissett. Like,
yeah,
they paid some of Baker's salary. They got to pay Watson's salary. They got to pay Brissett's salary. And you about to bring in Jimmy G and his 27-something million guaranteed? Like, they would have to cut players. They would have to move too much. It ain't worth it. The season is done. Like, nah.
I ain't gonna say it's done, but if you're not over 500 by the time Watson get back, yeah, it's no point. Especially with the AFC, the way it's stacked this year.
Agreed. We agree on that. I won't say that. His talent is too. As long as his talent stays there, and obviously his first preseason game was not a great indication of that, but it was his first preseason game, so I'm not that concerned. In half, it was I think 1 for 5. There was 2 drops, so I didn't think it was that bad. Now that he had the one bad overthrow, but I didn't think he played that bad. So no, I don't. And I think it depends on what he does. Now, if it's another criminal, if it becomes a criminal assault case, I think that's going to be hard. That'll be hard for him.
If the Browns have to be forced to cut him, or for something illegal, substance, or anything in that nature, it's going to be a hard time for him to get back on the field. Yeah, because I don't think no team is going to trust him.
We definitely agree on that. So as far as the Brown season, we kind of touched on that. I think it's over. I think the division is too good. Rosen.
Yeah, because Rosen is like that. One of the 3 quarterbacks they got in Cleveland.
No, I know. Has anybody ever watched him play football? He's terrible.
He wasn't good in college. Yeah, I don't see what was the hype for him in college. So I I don't know what's up with that Rosen. I will put Josh Dobbs in before I put Rosen in.
I'm going and getting Cap before I put that bum in the game. I might go get Vince Young before I put him in the game. What are you talking about?
Suicide Vince. You gonna put suicide doors on, man? Oh, hey, man, that offense is gonna be. Did you see how much weight that man gained lately? I don't know, my man. He's more of an offensive lineman than he is the quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. My point is Rosen's absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
Him, Ben DiNucci, and who's the other dude? And Nathan Peterman. That's like the worst quarterbacks all the time.
Man. Oh, man. That's almost up there with Dan Orlovsky. Good in that. Good.
Nah, good are you gonna do a man Dan like that?
Good analyst, but he was a terrible quarterback. He put like this: his IQ of the game was good, but it did not translate through his body in the game. You know what I mean? Like he knows what he knows what he's talking about. He understands the game, but Dan Orlovsky was hot trash, man. My opinion.
Nah, they definitely did him a solid on that. I think he'll forever be great for the Cleveland. They gave him the deal. They structured it. They did everything they could to take care of him. So much respect to the Cleveland Browns organization.
They believe in him.
They do. And you don't see that a lot. But that's what talent will do for you. And why the heck would I – what are they going to give me? They give me Watson back? Got you, but I don't know. But we getting back. We might need a running back. Although we got that guy from.
Hold on. Y'all talking about trading Tyler Heinicke to the Browns as a starting quarterback?
He'd be the best quarterback on that roster. Who's better than Taylor Heinicke on that roster?
Brissett.
It ain't Josh Rosen. I know you're about to say Josh Rosen or Josh Dobbs.
Brissett
is close, but I'm taking Taylor over Jacoby.
I'm taking Brissett.
You do know Taylor Heinicke beat Tom Brady, and he almost beat him in the playoffs.
I don't hear what that Heineken did, man. I don't, you know what I mean?
How you just not gonna care that he was bald?
He's a good third string quarterback. I give him that.
You didn't. We gonna move on. You talking crazy?
Yes, John. One hell of a third string. Yeah, I'm taking Cam.
Ain't no reason Cam shouldn't be on. Nah,
Cam. I don't know why Cam's still home. It's still a quarterback I still ain't got no faith in.
Cam, hey man, I love Cam, but Cam checked out. Cam's on the other. He on to a new career. Much respect, much power to him, but I think his days as a starting quarterback, even competing, is
Hall of Famer.
That's dead.
It's Cam Hall of Famer. You don't know, huh? Is Cam Newton a Hall of Fame?
I think I have to say no, man. As an NFL Hall of Famer. If it was like basketball, which is the Basketball Hall of Fame, you can factor in college. If I can bring his college, he's a Hall of Famer. But just his NFL resume, I don't know. He got an MVP. He got a Rookie of the Year.
And that was in the beginning of, that was all his stats is like pretty much in the beginning of his career, NFL career.
He got a Super Bowl appearance. He got a 15-1 season, but
he got a couple Pro Bowls.
No, he got some Pro Bowls.
He got some Pro Bowls. I don't think he's gonna get first ballot.
I think he played enough. I don't think he played good enough, long enough. He needed a couple more Pro Bowls, a couple
more couple Super Bowl appearances, maybe one more Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah, or Super Bowl MVP had he got there, but I don't think I can do
league MVP. Yeah, he would have to win like 2 league MVPs and 2 Super Bowl appearances for him to maybe start knocking on that door. I don't see it right now.
Yeah, he had 3 Pro Bowls. He had the amazing MVP year. He got a ton of awards from that. But outside of that year, he don't really had no other awards.
So he also ain't really had no team down there either. A little bit, you know. And then
ain't an argument for me. I agree with you. And he don't have a extensive playoff resume. Like if he was in the playoffs every year and he was putting up crazy numbers in the playoffs, but he only got 7 playoff games, less than 2,000 yards passing, 10 touchdowns to 7 picks, 60% completion percentage, and that's just not it. So
that's
not enough. Sadly, I'm about to say no, man. I'm about to say no.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Nah, John. Wow. John, but Jameis ain't been to the Super Bowl or won an MVP. So he got to at least get there before you can.
Did Jameis even get to the Pro Bowl yet? He might have got 1 or 2. He might have got 1 or 2. But yeah, I don't know. Jameis didn't have a big impact on the game like Cam did. Because when Cam came in, Cam had an impact on the game the first, I want to say, 3 years in the NFL?
Yeah.
Jameis had an impact on the game, but it was the wrong reason.
Yeah, all Jameis, he got 1 Pro Bowl. That's his career accomplishments.
Nowhere near better than Cam. Yeah, he nowhere near better than Cam.
He finished 2nd in Rookie of the Year. I'm trying to remember who was in that class. Oh, Cam. He lost to Cam. Oh no, Cam won MVP. He won MVP. I'm trying to see who won. Oh, Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley won Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah, Todd Gurley was balling every day.
Yeah.
All right. It wasn't like Jameis was going to win that one anyway, because I don't think Jameis was having a good year that year either.
Yeah. Nah, that's his swag. That's what helped Cam get to this point. You got to keep doing what got you here.
Hey.
So he got
enough money. Complaining about when Dion was dressing all flashy.
Yeah, when you got it and you done did it, go and do your thing. Whether it's basic like Jared Allen, sophisticated like Tom Brady, or fly like Cam. Whatever it is, be you, man. Hey, I did it. You gotta do what you gotta do. And so yeah, we actually get done pretty early. We got some fights this weekend. We got a big one. You got to put it on wax. You got to come straight. Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk. Who you got?
I'm going to limb. I'm going to take Joshua. I'm going to take Joshua on this one. I ain't fully sold. I'm not even going to make no prediction on this. But I'm just going to go ahead and roll the dice and pray that I can roll a 7 on my first hand. But I have a feeling that I'm going to crap out. Might not be on the first hand. Because I don't see Joshua getting knocked out. I don't, you know what I mean? I can see it going the distance. I can see it maybe going. I give it, what is it, 12 rounds? I give it 11 rounds. Because
you got Joshua with the knockout.
No, I ain't got him with the knockout. I'm sorry. I ain't got him with the knockout. You know what? Since I'm riding with, I got Joshua with the knockout in the 10th round. I'm going with it.
Woo!
Yep. You didn't heard it from me. I'm taking the gamble. I'm doing my Ray. I'm being different. I'm being different. Joshua knockout 10th round. There you go.
All right. I disagree. No, sir.
Not happening.
Usyk gets it done.
For
the pride of Ukraine. He gets it done.
Come on, give me a prediction,
man. And I think he gets him out of there.
Ooh.
And I think
knockout? Knockout or points?
I think he knocks him
out.
Come
on. He knocks him out?
I'm going to give it to you in the 9th. He gets him out of there in the 9th.
Gets him out. Y'all heard it. The Barnacles. Ooh, so 9th round. So we both pretty much said that these guys is going more than 7, more than 8.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long. I don't think anybody's going out early.
No, I think there's gonna be a lot of huffing and puffing though.
Yeah, and that's when I think he'll get him. For as muscle bound as he is, I don't think he's gonna have great stamina. So he beat him pretty easily last time.
It's gonna be a different. It's gonna be a different monster now. Man, Joshua said, "No, this ain't happening. It's a different fight, different breed. Hopefully, I'm just trying to gas him up so I can go ahead and get my prediction right. You know, I'm kind of like 2-0 on a boxing prediction. Trying to make it 3-0. Yeah, I got the Tank one right, and I got the Haney. Was it Haney or was it? Yeah, I think it was the Devin Haney. I guessed that one right too.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten one wrong yet that I can remember. But either way, it is what it is, man. I'm excited to see it. I hope for the best, and we're gonna see.
We will see.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for tonight. I appreciate y'all joining in. Damien, you got him in 10. I wanted to go 10, but I didn't want to copy you at 10. So I jumped up to 9, but I was really feeling 10. I ain't gonna lie to you. So Damien, I really
10 is that number right there. And I think that's where both of them, you know, endurance is really going to lack at right there. It's going to start, you're going to start seeing in the 8th and 9th round.
But you're gonna be beating them like a pinata by the time we get to 9th, 10th round, trying to knock the stuffing out of them.
Yeah, we'll
get stayed. He better the ropes or the ref gonna save him. But I think
you know, the refs is always down for saving anybody they can possibly can. You know, stopping fights early and stuff like that. That's one thing I'm hoping we do not get is early stop.
Yeah. With heavyweights, they better not jump in there early, man. I don't know where the fight's at, but I'm gonna get on the next flight there, and I got the ref's name. I know some people that know some people. I can get an address, probably.
All right. Ooh, excuse me. Hey man, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about, y'all. I'm not participating in any of this. You know what I mean? Just know that it was just this guy over here.
They better not mess this up. But yeah, it should be really good. said the Jeddah Superdome in Jeddah. What the heck is that? Never heard of that. Where are they fighting at? Is this somewhere in the Ukraine?
Could be. What time the fight start?
You know it's gonna start late. I don't know where the fight is. The Jeddah Superdome? I never even heard of it.
Is it the zone or
Saudi Arabia? They in the Middle East. It's a dope looking spot. So you know they're getting that money.
Right.
But yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you, dog. We gonna get to these fights. What happened this weekend? We're gonna see what happened in this football. Hey, time ticking on Lamar. Time still ticking on Lamar. Bro.
He already said it. Did he stop talking around first week of the season? He done talking negotiation. So time is ticking, and it's ticking very fast.
Yeah. We gonna see. Y'all have a great one. Take care.
All sports, all plays.